If we look at the whole human history, there have been 4 critical industrial revolutions. And we're already seeing at the cusp of the next industrial revolution, which is Industry 5.0.
Industry 5.0 is nothing but there's automation, there's digitization. Now, what do you do next, right? How do you make it more sustainable? How do you make it more resilient? How do you make it more human centric?
With the pandemic and the climate change emphasis, the things on resilience, on inclusivity, on sustainability, which were at the back burner for some time, have now come in the front.
Industry 5.0 itself commands a very different level of sensitivity, understanding and maturity and planning from very early on.
I'm very happy and excited to tell you that this decade is decade of India.
If you look at the talent required for Industry 5.0, I think there is no other country which has talent of that scale.
For the last couple of decades, it's been building here for the US or EU, but there's a very large part of the world that is also coming up that looks nothing like those countries and have similar problem statements and similar constraints as India does. So honestly, into this decade, Indian innovation and what is built here becomes like a testing ground for what could actually scale and become truly global.
You actually need the physical materials to make this transition, right? How do we find the new materials of tomorrow? I think that's actually a very fascinating space.
We look for disruptive technologies which might not be entirely ready, and but then solving a big problem which will have a global application.
There are really unique types of innovations that we're seeing specifically in Industry 5.0 that translate extraordinarily well globally. So, I'm genuinely, for one, very excited about the next decade.